All right, today we're back on Retail Tycoon 2 to make the best store of all time, because I thought that it had been a while since I had played this game last. But my gosh, almost a year since we made Malwart. So as per usual, it's time to make another store. And I think that's just the best possible name we could choose, unless it's grayed out. Okay. All right, so we did get one just sub to Moocah with capital Moocah. And holy crap, look at that restaurant. Or no, sorry, retail store. So before I get too deep into this video and while I just set up the basics, I want to say two things. First off, we are so close to 50,000 subscribers. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. It's an absolute pleasure to do this for a living. And I like making these videos, and I hope you guys enjoy watching them. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I think that together we can do truly incredible things. Also, to follow up with that, I got a lot of questions recently asking where I've been, because I've been uploading as recent as I would like to be and as often as I'd like to be. And people have been asking, you know, where you been at? And honestly, I have been sort of busy. Basically, I've been streaming a bunch and making a lot of videos that I've had a lot of fun making that I really just haven't had the chance to do on Roblox. Roblox is more of a relaxing game for me, not so much a fun game. Definitely satisfying and stuff, but just not like a fun game. And when I stream, I'm able to play games that I really like, kind of like to play a lot more. Mostly scary games. I get the absolute crap scared out of me, and it's pretty fun. So if any of you guys are open to supporting me and kind of showing up, it's Silly Micah over on Twitch, and there'll also be a link in the description. So thank you in advance. So I've been doing that a lot. I've also kind of working on my car channel, and honestly, just different stuff within my life. But Roblox is still fun, and I'm still here to make videos. But I am interested in your guys' thoughts of me adventuring outside of Roblox to other sort of tycoon-style games, like City Skylines and Airport CEO, games like that I've actually been watching for a long time, but never had the opportunity to play. I would be curious what your guys' thoughts would be on me playing those. But obviously, for now, I would be fine just playing Roblox. That's not a bad job at all. And with all that out of the way, the store is actually open and ready to go. So, I don't remember what the strat is, to be completely honest. I don't remember the correct way to, let's just say, play the game, to be honest. But I do remember that you want to have every style of every, like, possible option, right? So if you were to have snacks, for example, you want to have a spot for each of the types of snacks, right? Canned food, you need at least 4 shelves, and stuff like this is easy because it's just 1 shelf. So we're gonna see. Now, usually my goal is to get to the point where I can have a spot for everything in my store, and so I think that's a great idea for this challenge. But I want to hit a giant milestone in terms of money. And I think $1 million is good. If it's too easy, I'll increase it. But I don't know if I've ever hit $1 million in this game. So if we can get there, I'm going to be very happy. So this is probably going to take a while, but it's not at the point yet where I can AFK. And my goal for tonight, because it is, I guess technically this morning, it's 2:20 in the morning. If I can get to the point where I can fully AFK, we're going to be in a good spot. And to do that, I think, let's see. So I need a manager, because they're the ones who purchase stuff. I'll need a stalker, and I guess maybe a janitor. I don't think I actually need it. And then a delivery driver. So it's 300, 700, 900. Okay. So what we'll do is just try to get to the spot where I can have about $900 to spend, because right now I just don't. And it's actually more than that, because we also need some shelves, which is in the infrastructure tab. Yep. Okay. That's $500 there, and this is 3K. So, all right. Yeah, chalk everything I said. It's going to be a little bit more than what I expected. So we'll have to do some manual labor until then, which is, that's fine. I mean, a little manual labor never broke nobody. Okay, ask my ancestors. Okay, the first Americans. Okay, they had to break their backs a little bit. So people were already asking for baskets, but I could care less about a basket. I mean, I guess it probably would increase their max, so it's probably not the worst idea. We're down to $300, okay? And this looks scary, but 2 things. First off, I think we can go in the negative and be okay. Also, we're gonna make some money off these snacks. I'm hoping. We're gonna go ahead and get candy. Candy usually sells really well, and so that'll be good actually, because we have enough for the other kind of chips, and then we have stuff for candy. Okay, this should be fine. What I need to do is just do box food over here. and then snacks, and then the other type of chips. And that should be good. I'll go ahead now and just set them up. I feel like it might be a little bit easier. But usually I feel like candy is like one of the best sellers possible. He's okay. So I should only have to make a couple more deliveries manually, 5 or 6 or 7 more deliveries, and that should be enough until we can like afford the manager and delivery driver. If I have to restock for a little bit, that's not the end of the world. Also, I forgot about this strat, which I need to go ahead and save and get a private lobby. So give me a second. For those of you that don't know, when you go in a private lobby, the spawn rates for the customers are a little bit higher because there's not as much of a demand on the server to load stuff. So that's kind of good. So we're going to try to abuse that today. Is it going to work? I don't know. I've actually never had like a time where I'm like, that's a noticeable difference, but I hope it's going to work. What I'm going to do, I could just honestly do instant delivery. Although I'm not doing anything with my time anyways. I might as well drive down there and get it, right? So we'll get the chips, we'll get the candy, and then we just need the box food. It's pretty expensive. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be all of our money, but we don't have any expenses right now, so we're not that bad. If we had expenses, we'd have to worry a little bit more, but that's a good thing about being a single business owner, okay? All we gotta do is kind of relax. As long as we don't get super unlucky and get robbed like 60 times in a row, I think we're gonna be just fine. So yeah, 50,000 subscribers is coming up very soon. We're like 200 subs off right now, and it's an incredible milestone. Ever since I was a kid, like my dream in life has to be a YouTuber, and I don't know if I said this in any video before, but literally, like on those papers that give you in school, like it's like a big white piece of paper with a bunch of little boxes. It's like draw your pet. What's your favorite color? Draw your favorite season. Draw your family. And there's like draw your dream job or tell me what your dream job is. I always put YouTuber on all of those things. So like this isn't just some made up crap. You know what I mean? This is real. So thank you genuinely again. I know I've said it before, but just want to say it again. Thank you genuinely for allowing me to kind of chase that dream. And I hope I'm doing a pretty decent job as your relatively YouTuber. What's the saying? Whatever. As your YouTuber. So I'm now about 179 bucks, which is basically nothing. So what I have to do is be very aware of my spending habits in this game, because I have a tendency to just kind of rush into things and kind of burn all my money. So I need to kind of slow down just a tad bit. So I'm gonna get to grinding, and I'll be back in a little bit, hopefully with some more money. Okay, I'm back with not as much money as I'd like, but I have an idea. So usually I start these stores off like the exact same way, and that's cool, but this time I want to do a little bit different. And I'm thinking, let's make the Mapple store. Basically what I'm trying to say is, you know Apple, right? Okay, I want to do that. I want to do my own version. Now, you can see these are pretty expensive. If I buy 3 of these, that's our whole... Okay, listen, I get it. That's our whole bank account. It's kind of stressful, but you know what? Big rich people make big risks. Okay, so we're gonna try it. So I'm gonna try to get the electronics going, because I feel like it'd be kind of fun. I usually do the exact... Ooh, I'm gonna crash out. Do that again. I usually do the exact same setup where I just go for this sort of things, but I'm feeling experimental tonight, so we're gonna try this out. Might be a complete mistake, but hey, if it is, I'll take the bullet for you guys. Okay, I'll take the blame, take the hit, and then I'll save you from burning your time. So hopefully we can make some money. Now, I gotta stay on top of the robbers, or else I could just go bankrupt, and there will be nothing I can do about it. But they buy for $400, but they sell for $700. Okay, that's a $300 profit. 4, 5, 6, 5, 7. Okay, yeah, I don't care. It's a lot of profit, and we're gonna definitely use. So let's go ahead and sell phones, right? Because we don't have that much yet. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and call this something else. Mapple. I like that. And for the color, I mean, much like Apple, white is kind of their color. Things clean and efficient and effective, okay? This is good. This is very good. Now, these poor people just can't afford our stuff. That's fine. But somebody could come in here and then be able to afford it. Also, we need a finance rep with this kind of setup. People can come in and get loans to get a phone, which never do that really. Come on. But I'm gonna see how this goes. So I'm gonna get to grinding and be back in no time. For real this time. Okay, it's the next day, and I didn't get to do what I wanted to have done last night because I just got too tired. But what I did do is I think find a pretty game-breaking strategy, and that is the Mapple store. Now, if you can remember, at first I was only able to buy about 3 phones. But what you do is you watch them, they come in, like for example, this guy doesn't have enough money. But if he wanted to get a tablet, all I do is go to stock shelves, to tablets, and let's swap it out. and he'd buy it. So you don't actually need 3 different tables if you're willing to micromanage. But anyways, I was able to make a lot of money last night, and instead of staying up even longer, because at that point it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, I decided to go to bed, and I would reattempt it this morning. So now it's time to sort of scale Maple. Now I already have 3 tables, 1 for phones, 1 for iPads, and 1 for the computers. But it's time to get some workers because I really want to get some finance reps. Now these guys are only 40 bucks a minute, and the thing that they do so well is that they allow people to basically buy anything no matter their actual budget. This person, for example, might decide they want a phone, but you can see that their budget just doesn't support that because they need at least $700 to buy a phone. So what they will then do is walk over to finance rep and get a loan and then be able to buy the phone. And it doesn't actually hurt us at all. We don't actually give them money. They just are able to afford it all of a sudden. I don't know how it works. So they're very broken and very, very good. So I need to get one of those ASAP. Also, kind of decently soon, I gotta get some security. But other than that, this strat is extremely good. Okay, I'm up to $18,000. Before I do anything crazy, let's go ahead and just restock. Let's go ahead and get about 20 different phones and items and stuff. And yeah, I am still delivering my own stuff, and I probably will be for a little while until, of course, we get a manager. But it's like 3,000 bucks for the manager's table, 3,000 bucks for the finance rep table, and I'm just trying to make money right now. So I want to get the finance rep first, even though it doesn't necessarily support my idea of being 100% automatic. Now, like I said, security guard is going to be very important because being robbed in this sort of setup is freaking awful, okay? Because you lose a total of like $400 in the course of a second. Really, you lose $700 if you think about it, because you have the potential to make 700 bucks each person. So yeah, it's definitely not good. But okay, let's go ahead and get the desk. There's a $3,000 one and a $3,000 one. Okay, so I think I could squeeze it in here and move the trash can. I don't know. I honestly need to just expand the store a little bit so that I can actually do this. So let's just do that. So we don't need a lot. We could just maybe do a little room like this, 640 bucks. If I remember correctly, the walls are super cheap in here. No. Okay. Well, we're gonna have an open market type of ordeal until we get some more money. All I have to do literally is get this finance rep, and our money is going to be going up. Let's get a good couple rolls on there. We get Steve Phillips. I like it. Now we're down to 8,600 bucks, which might seem kind of low, but you can see already this person here needs a loan, and they are going to check their credit and check them out. And there we go. So now this person now has $700 and is able to buy a computer. So that was a potential customer that we would have lost if we weren't able to have a finance rep. So, like I said, I think this is going to be a pretty good idea. And eventually, we're going to have 3 of these bad boys working at the same time. Because let's say there's a customer, right, that comes in the store and needs a little bit of an advance on a paycheck, whatever. They come to sit down. Another person comes in. That person is able to leave and get upset if this person isn't done in time. This person, for example, if this goes through, which they usually do, will get a $600 loan to be able to buy that phone that they previously wouldn't be able to buy. Same with this person. This is great. So now we are going to be making so much more sales. It's insane. And it didn't even cost that much money, right? It was like 4,000 bucks. That's like 6 phones, and we're already paid off. So right there's a perfect example. This person didn't get to sit down in time because we had some people come to the finance rep that we actually ended up losing them as a customer. So sometimes it's going to happen, but we've already closed a lot more. We're already back up to 12K, okay? This is great. And it's actually almost time to restock again. So yeah, I see this as an absolute win. So this will be our funding, okay, for the beginning of the game. Eventually, I think we'll still go and venture into all the different, subcategories of the different retail. Like we'll get clothes, we'll get food, we'll get all that stuff. But for the beginning, Maple is going to be pretty game breaking. So next, all we need is a manager and a restocker. Because I can just do manager with the instant delivery, and then I can do restocker just for pretty much nothing. It's only 20 bucks a minute for them, and it's only 40 bucks a minute for them. Now it does kind of stack up, I'm not gonna lie, but when you're consistently selling phones like this, it's really just not that bad. I'll tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and hire the manager right now, and I think on a mountain to stock, I'll do about 85% of our stock, and we'll do instant delivery, and then we just need table. Make sure you swap it over to manager. So now our manager should hopefully begin to purchase stuff. Now you see our money going down. That's fine. That's to be expected. We're gonna hire a restocker. We're gonna build some shelves, and with that, we're gonna be officially done for now, and everything should be automated. As you can see here, everyone is purchasing everything they need to be purchasing, and our manager is going to consistently be buying stuff. So we'll have at least 85% of our store filled at all time, which is perfect. And if we go to store inventory, you can see we already have 4 units. Oh no, okay, 0 units stored because we're at 85%. I guess we'll never have any extra stuff. And look, here we go. This person right here trying to rob us. Like, he was gonna come in here and rob 2 iPads. Goodness gracious. Oh, that's a sale. That might be a sale. I haven't seen many people come in here without anything on their list and then buy something. But now that we have the finance rep, I guess it is possible. So we'll have to see. You can see that our decoration is extremely low. Everything else is honestly pretty awesome, but just the decoration score is really low, which sucks because that's definitely my kryptonite when it comes to games like this. I'm so bad at decorating, it's not even funny. Any game, Minecraft, I can build the coolest house you've ever seen, but if you need something inside of it, you're getting carpet and maybe a chicken. So look at this. We just supplied a loan to this individual for $1,400, which is now allowing us to, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Yeah, we just sold 2 iPads to the one guy, $1,400. Now, this is gonna look a little weird because our profit's gonna be going up and down for a little while here, and it might seem like we're losing money, but we're not. Okay, we're gonna be making money, a little bit of money at every exchange. It's gonna take a little bit longer because we're using the 25% instant delivery feature. So if I was to buy one, it's actually $500. So instead of making $300 per interaction, we're only making 2. So it does cut into our profits a little bit, but I'm like, I would make less money using a delivery driver. Delivery driver takes $30 a minute, and they're slow, and it takes so long to stock everything because it takes so long that we might just lose customers. So in my mind, I think the auto is better, honestly. Now, the security gates can stop robbers, but only if they've stolen something, which is kind of counterintuitive. I want to arrest people before they have the opportunity to steal stuff. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So we need something else. I could just do cameras. Okay, medium chance to stop robbers within its area. Robbers who haven't stolen anything also won't be detected. So we're kind of at a bad spot here. Looks like we're gonna get robbed no matter what. Which I guess at this point we're automatic. We're gonna lose some money. Apparently, like, you know, it's just not that big of a deal. Okay, not that big of a deal. Not the end of the world. That's what I'm trying to say. My tongue got twisted. So we're let this kind of run for a little bit. I want to make some serious cash real quick. And I did also go ahead and upgrade my parking lot once. I'm just going to go ahead and do it again. And it's $2,000 now, but that's like nothing. Because one of these parking spots pays itself off in like 3 cars. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, if you guys ever do the electronic store start, make sure to get a finance rep first because it's actually so good. So yeah, I'm gonna get to grinding. I'll be back in no time. Okay, I've been doing this for a little while now, and I'm kind of plateauing a little bit. Now, if I go to manage store, I think there's a way I can see my expenses. Okay, I don't know. My money will go up to something like this, 15,000, and then kind of just fall off the face of the earth. Back down to like 10,000. So I don't know what I need to do exactly, but what we'll do for now is just turn his stock down to 50%. He's instant delivering them, so we don't actually need them here all the time. And if we do need stock, then, I mean, that's fine. So I think 50% will work best for now. We'll test out and see what it does, but it should be working fine. I mean, so far, this has been a very good way to make up to $15,000. I don't know if this is kind of the soft limit for now, but yeah. Now when you start looking into things that we can also be selling to help us make some more money. When we go to store inventory, I think either large electronics should be next, or maybe like something like the office electronics. But I'm tempted to try the televisions and speakers. They cost $700 a piece, but they sell for $1,100 a piece. So they would be pretty nice to have. So what I'm gonna do is just come back here and expand this out to here. We're gonna delete these walls, and we're finally going to complete this. We're gonna head up a floor, add the outer lining walls, delete those, and of course, finish out a roof. Now, other than that, all we need is some ceiling lighting, which can go like that. And yeah, let's go ahead and just get a security camera as well. So that's pretty expensive, I get that, but it's gonna free us up a little bit for what we wanted to do next. So what I'm gonna do, how do I just grab stuff? There we go. We're just gonna move all of our small electronics back here in the corner. Nice little row of them there. And then we just need two, I think, yeah, two of these to sell the large electronics on. So I can just put them here and here. Also, I want to make sure that I can actually monitor these. So let's try to move this camera. Okay, we can't. So that's fine. And I'll go ahead and stock these shelves with the large electronics. Now it's going to be pretty expensive, okay? But don't freak out. It's going to be all right. We're going to see our thing drop a little bit, but it's going to come back, I think. I hope. There we go. Look at we got large electronics now. So we could sell those. If we can sell those for, you know, $1,100 a piece, that's pretty excellent, I think. Same with the speakers. So the money's gonna drop while we buy all the product, but I like this setup. It's pretty cool. Nice and open. So we'll try this out for a little while, hopefully make some money, and I'll be back, and hopefully not too long. Okay. I think the large electronics definitely help us out quite a lot because we are doing a heck of a lot better. We're now dancing around 34,000 buckaroos, so I know without a doubt I make money. Now, since I saw you all last, I went ahead and got a janitor and a guard. And they're both going to start leveling up slowly but surely. Finance rep and manager are both already level 3, which is awesome. And having the finance rep plus these things is insane. Perfect example, because this guy only has $200, but he's going to get a loan and be able to buy this for, I think it's $1,100. Yeah. So, all in all, I think it worked pretty dang good. Now, we get to just think about how we want to advance more. First things first, we probably could work with some expansions here. Also, I could go ahead and expand my parking. It's gonna be pretty expensive though. You can see it's $6,000 just to lay the asphalt down. Not even talking about the whole, you know, parking spot situation. Because I don't think you can place them. Oh, you can. So you can just place them on grass. Isn't that cheaper than like laying the asphalt and then doing it? Yeah, it's the same price. Cool. But an extra parking spot's just gonna give us another ton of opportunity to make money, which I'm always here for. All right, got that moved over, so it's actually even now, and it's a robber. Great. Now, we had that, which is kind of good, and we'll continue to expand this in the future. I'm gonna get one more for now, but that's pretty expensive. I mean, $5,000 from the parking spot's pretty expensive. Now, it will pay itself off pretty fast, honestly speaking, but still, it doesn't make it much better. It's still very expensive. So we're gonna go ahead now and just expand the store. I'm gonna go to about here, make this little room here a little manager's office, because the manager doesn't actually have to be out in the big room to work. In fact, I think it works better if it's not. So we're just gonna grab his desk, pop him in here, and then whenever we want another manager, we can also put them back there. We'll do something like this and a little employee only door. That'll be good for now. So now I can also come back into here, grab these walls, and pull all this off, and I made myself a little room to use. Actually, less of a room, more of a nook. But I'd say, yeah, a good nook nonetheless. And I'll move all my large electronics over on this wall. So now I have to go back to the drawing table and say what else we want to go ahead and start selling. And I think the PC electronics or PC peripherals is probably going to be the next best bet. Maybe office electronics. I want something that's going to take up a little bit of space and make some good money. So actually, game consoles. We'll go ahead, place them like so. Then we have another two on the other side whenever we're ready for them. And we will just start selling those because I think these might be pretty popular as well. And one thing I definitely need to do is move his desk over there and go ahead and just get a second one because we have a lot of customers now and we have to help out a lot of people, so we got to make sure that people can consistently get loans without issues, or else we literally are just selling and losing money. So there we go. There's a second finance rep there, and now we should have no problem giving out loans to everyone who wants them, as you can see there. I don't want to have anyone ever talk about I couldn't afford everything I wanted. Honestly, I think our next purchase will probably have to be checkout, because we only have one self-checkout right now and it works fine, but it's pretty slow. We haven't had that big of a line yet, but if we start getting a reoccurring issue there, I'll have to go ahead and upgrade that. But hopefully we can start selling these fast and make some good money. You see, oh, okay, yeah, we just sold one right there. Just sold actually two of those, heck yeah. And those are actually not too bad. Let's see. Buy them for $290, sell them for $500. So it's a little bit less profit because it's 25% delivery fee, but that's not bad. I mean, yeah, that's still some good money. So I guess I technically could get a delivery driver. They just take a long time to work, and they're very slow, and I don't like them all that much. On the good side of things, our security guard is leveled up, so they have a Paul Blart whip. And we still have 22 grand to spend, so I'll tell you what, let's start decorating this place a little bit nicer. Because right now, it's, yeah, it's ugly. So we'll go for, okay, let me think here. Little entryway like so, then just a direct line down, and I guess something like this. We just end up doing something like this, and I think it's maybe better. Definitely different. Now I'm just gonna go through, plop some posters down, and hopefully we won't have to do a ton more work. Go ahead and put that there. Gonna move the trash can to be next to your office there. And some hanging plants always look nice. Could also add a little awning out here, which is kind of cool. Just trying to think what season it is. It's just cold out. Put some big old industrial lights out front just to give us some color, or really more just brightness. And we'll take a little shout out from Restaurant Tycoon and make a little flower bed there and there. So I don't know if that's gonna help us out a ton in terms of decoration and crap, but you know what? I like it. Okay, it did go up a little bit. The crowdedness is pretty high, but it's on a giant store, so I guess it makes sense. Other than that, I kind of need to save up some more money before I start building a whole lot more, but I guess let's finish off the roof. There we go. And yeah, I mean, we're doing good. This is a good good setup, I think. Okay, there was a bit of a line there. That's another Xbox sold. This person's asking for a loan, even though we don't have their desired object, which is interesting. Okay, so it just denies it because we don't have the right object. I see. Okay. I'll also go ahead. I don't know if this is gonna actually affect it, but let's go ahead and throw some baskets in here. I want people to have every excuse possible to spend as much money as they possibly can in our store. So let's get some carts out here, as well as some scooters. And that's pretty expensive, but I think it'll allow people to have a larger inventory so they can buy more stuff. If they can buy multiple phones and grab at a time, yeah, that's gonna be pretty insane. Okay, I think it's working. The first person that walked in now wants 2 Xboxes, so maybe this is gonna work. So I'm gonna go out to grinding and hopefully be back with like $40,000 or $50,000, and we'll do a giant upgrading on the Maple store. Okay, it's been some time and I have $60,000, which will hopefully, okay, not even hopefully, it will allow us to do some pretty cool things. What I'm gonna do first is just buy a bunch of land, because you know, in America, if you own land, you mean something. So let's go ahead and buy pretty much all the land we possibly can. Okay, there's a lot more we can get back there eventually, but for now, I don't even think we need to worry about it. Sell these trees just to get some money back. And now it's time to really make Moocah's Maple store a big deal. So what I'm gonna do is kind of do something like this, I'm thinking. Now, if I ever want to backwards this, undo this, that's the right word, all I gotta do is put grass down, I get my money back. But what I'm thinking is basically make the store this big, and I want to try to challenge myself to see if I can fit everything I possibly could ever want in sort of this whole area. I want things to be nice and tidy and tight and clean, but also efficient. And then what I want to do is actually put the parking behind, so this will all be a road through here. It's pretty expensive, though we could probably do this later. But I'm thinking something like this. It's $9,000 to do it. So for now, we'll just do like a corner. But something like that. Now, this is going to take a while to be actually like ready to go. I'm going to buy another parking space for now, just because I want more money. And basically, let's go ahead and get the rough shape of this down and ready to go. Because in this section, I want to be able to have everything I could possibly need, okay? I'm talking everything. I also am going to have, I need to have a little garden section, which we could add potentially later, I suppose. It's pretty expensive doing renovations. I mean, I had $50,000, and I'm already down to about $7,000. So, yeah, it's pretty expensive, but that's okay. It's going to be worth it, I think. Let's go ahead and move this dumpster for now. Let's just put it back behind here. And I'm thinking I'll put the offices and stuff over on this side, and I honestly could just wall it off completely from the store, although I think it's a little bit overkill. So I want to have something like this, and then occasionally in here we need some doors, and I'm thinking we need some big glass double doors like this. I go into there, and then actually, you know what, let me just take the same door I have on the other side and pop it there. Cool. And I want this section over here to kind of be the financing room, if you know what I'm talking about. So there'll be a little desk here in the beginning, which will actually just be a manager desk. So you walk in and just pretend, of course, you have to go to the financing office. So basically, the thing I'm thinking about doing this is I think let's actually see. I need about this big of a space. So if I block this off with these half walls, I think they're still accessible. So we can put 1, 2 there. We'll put a little thing in the corner there. So that's a total of 3. Wait, that's the max we can have anyways, right? Oh my gosh, I just got jump scared by someone subscribing. Thank you. I don't know why that popped up, but that was so scary. So anyways, you can see... All right, it did work. Nice. So we're going to go ahead and move our financier both into this room here. They are a little bit far from everything, but I think it's going to be fine. Okay, so this one cannot be walked to. All right. I wonder what that is. Oh, now it can be. Okay. So that's interesting. So this idea in here might need some slight work, but I think for now, we'll just do something like this, and we can wall it off like that. So we can still have separation behind the chairs, and that should work fine for now. We'll put some trash cans on either side, although let's move them all back 1. So something like this should work perfectly. Everyone should be able to reach their desk now, and the customer should also be enticed to come in here and actually get their stuff. Cool. Now, I do need a storage room. I have this right now, which actually isn't the worst thing ever. We can fit quite a few in there. I don't know if they actually have to be reachable, so that might be fine. But this little like nook thing is a little bit awkward, so honestly, for now, let's just get rid of it. Also, we're gonna get rid of the big door there. It doesn't matter if it's instant deliveries. I don't think we even need one, so that's cool. And that's pretty cool. I mean, that's gonna work fine. And then we can also put some more manager desk in here and stuff as well. I'm actually tempted to try something else, though. Right now, it's a nice, even spot, but the actual door is like here. So I have a little bit of play. Maybe I could try and create something with that. I don't really know if I can efficiently or not. And so now we are left with a pretty, honestly, mid-looking store, but we're going to turn it into something pretty special here in no time. So what we need to do first is move the carts and these inside. I also want to start thinking about just planning stuff out, right? So you come in the front door, and we need sort of a route that people can walk on. And I like the idea of something like this, okay? It's just 2 blocks, or technically I guess like 4, but something like this, okay? And it will line up with our other walls perfectly. And then we'll do something like this. It's actually 1 off there, but that doesn't really matter that much. It looks fine. And then we can kind of create this sort of setup in here as well. And for every desk gets a little spot. We'll go ahead and just finish that out. That looks pretty nice. Now, I don't really know how to decorate this area in here all that much. I'm not really good at decorating, but we'll do something like this. I think it'll be fine. For the offices, we'll go ahead and do like light carpet in each of these areas there. It looks nice. And I think, honestly, this is kind of a perfect spot for these type of tables. Can I change my grid? Okay, sadly not. But we can still make this work. So we'll do something like this for now. Boom, boom, and boom. That's our kind of makeshift electronics section with a little trash can. And then we'll just take these and find a good spot for these. I don't really know where to put these at, but they all kind of have to be near each other in my mind because they all are electronics. We'll do, I think, something like this. And then we'll just mirror that. Then we still have options to put stuff on this side, and if I move them in just by 1 block, I can actually put something on the end and have like a little end capsule. So it's kind of cool. Also, it's just a good idea for me to get another finance rep. We have 2 right now, but we could definitely afford 3. And yeah, I think that's gonna be a lot better. We'll then just come back to here to our tiles, and the store is awful. I'm leaving. I don't care. That's where you've messed up. And just make some like makeshift aisles. So let's see, it skips 2. Okay, so something like this would actually work pretty dang good, and that also gives us enough for the one on the end. So that's kind of perfect. We'll do something like that for now. So this is the space we have to fill up first, I think, before we go to anything else. We still do need to do like washers and dryers, but I think over here is a great spot for that. In terms of food and stuff, we could do that, but we're gonna need a lot more money just because we have to buy all the stuff, and I don't really want to have them until I can 100% afford them, right? So what I'll do for now is we'll just kind of finish this section off here, and that's basically how each of these sections is gonna look. But I think it's gonna offer us quite a lot of storage. Now if I come into here and let's just say we want to do office electronics, we can just put the shredder there, laminator there, and they should be stocked up in no time. Now I have some more stuff in my mind. Headsets and these are next to each other, and we can put like the mics on the end caps. But oh wait, actually they probably take different shelving. Okay, that's actually fine. They take different shelving, but that's all right. PC electronics also take different shelving. Well, actually, is there enough room for both of these? There is. Okay, what I'll do, empty out those. We'll do the PS5 on this end because it's better than Xbox, and the Xbox over on that end. And that should be just fine and dandy. That's all of our electronics that we can place on those type of shelves. Done. Then all we need to do is put some more of these tables down for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think these ones can go on shelves, but they're not even technically electronics, so I'm not worried about it. These can go in like a shelf rack thing. Okay, cool. So these are already done. These are already done. These are not done. These are not done. These are already done. These are already done. So all we have to do is get a couple more shelves, which is actually just these tables. So we'll total 6 more tables for these 2 things, and then some spots for video games, which we can put somewhere over here. And I think it'll work really well. We just need some more money now, and we'll be good to go. So I gotta finish off this roof and also get some lighting solutions in here, because right now we don't really have any. And I'll wait to get the rest of the roof till I have some more money, because I am broke. So I think this is gonna work pretty cool, because my thought process is it's gonna take people a lot of time to get over here. So I just kind of want to give people the most amount of time to get worked out in the tables so we can have more consistent flow. Now, once we swap from being an electronics store to something else, I think our profits are going to tank a little bit, because right now the game is sending in customers that want what we have, or possibly something that we don't have. And so what I need to make sure we do is always, as best as we can do, always have these ones stocked up and never go negative, or else we'll just start losing money, which you can see we're very close to doing. But it's okay. I'm not worried one bit. And yeah, checkouts are definitely going to be necessary as well in the future. Honestly, let me try to plan this out right now. Yeah, I think what I'll do is just, these are kind of perfect. We'll do like 1 or 2 of these things here and here, because truthfully, we're not going to need all this space for electronic stuff. In fact, they're already done there, so we could just do 1 here, 1 here, and then we can use this one for something else, maybe like canned foods and stuff. And then whenever we expand back, we have all that space to work with. I don't have to worry so much about losing space on these. And I'm just going to keep the same design. Maybe we'll offset it so that the next row will be like here, skip, here, if you know what I'm saying. So it'll be kind of offset. But for the now, I think it's going to work fine. I don't know why that now sounds so country, but it did. So I got to get to grinding on some more money and hope that this continues to go. I'm getting a lot of people saying they can't afford everything that they wanted, which is unfortunate, but we are open over here, so I think it should work. I've had multiple people come in and get turned down to a loan. I'm not sure why. He wasn't doing this earlier, so hopefully we're just getting unlucky. So okay, we'll get back to this ugly looking store in no time. Okay, so I may have gone a little overkill, but we have $100,000 to kind of make this store look awesome. Honestly, I didn't mean for it to happen like this, but the store actually started working like extremely well all of a sudden. So I'm not gonna fight it. You know what I mean? We're gonna get free money. We're gonna get free money. You know what I'm saying? So either way, I'm trying to remember what I said last. It's been a couple of days. Had to go out of town, help my grandpa with some stuff. So it's been a little bit of time before I played this game. Let me just check, honestly, the stock shelves. Okay, yeah, store inventory, I mean. So we haven't done anything else except for electronics, so we need to make sure we have these done. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's it. So we need 7 tables if we want to go with all of them. So see if we can make this fit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and honestly 5, 6. I'll do something like that. So I won't do 7 of them, only 6 of them. That'll be fine. So now, let me come into here, stock shelves, and we're just gonna empty out all these tables just because I kind of need to get them out of the way. So we'll do computers in the back, iPhones in the middle, iPads here. We got the laminator, the PC, the monitor, the printer, the keyboard, the headphones, and ooh, we need a spot for the mics. Okay, that's unfortunate. It almost fits there like actually perfectly, but it doesn't seem to want to. So what I'll actually do is make a section over here. So we need 1, 2, 3 of them over there, and actually we'll do 4. And then what I'll do is just come in here, 4 of these, because there's no reason to have them all the way up there. It's basically at the entrance, you know. So we'll put them over here for now. PC forward. So we'll do monitor. Need to do the printers. Then we need to do right? Keyboards, headphones. All right, that'll work for now. That's all the tables we need to have out. Now let's just come through here, get some wood, outline all of this area, and that's all outlined already as well. So that's cool there. And so our little electronics section is officially done for now. Now we go back to store inventory. Let's see. All we have to sell. Holy crap! I almost died. All we have to sell now are, I mean, we've done this. Video games. Okay. We need to get those special shelves for the video games, and I'll put them right in this area here. Boom, boom. It's pretty expensive, but, you know, it's fine. And then stock shelves. We need to go to here and do Xbox and place. Cool. So that'll be good for now. And that's going to be a lot of money just to stock everything up. But once they start selling, hopefully we're going to be in a good spot. These things aren't worth a whole lot of money, but people can come in and buy multiple things at once, so that's not too shabby. But yeah, I also need to invest in some new lights and some new cameras. But for now, you know what? It's going to be just fine. Now, I have nothing in the store now that kids can buy, and I would like to change that if possible. So what I'm going to do next, just go to build, go to customer service, and we're going to get this. Okay, this is the checkout register, but it actually has some spots for like snacks right here on the shelf. So what I don't have to do now is come into here to cashiers and hire 2 of these people. And then if we go to stock shelves, you should be able to see we could put candy and snacks in here. So that should be awesome for us because now we're going to be able to sell a little bit more stuff before the people leave. And I'm also just going to move the self-checkout just over here against this wall like it was. That'll be good for now. We're going to say for the most part, the store seems kind of empty, and I'm not so sure why that is. There's a lot of cars outside, but not a lot of people walking around. So I am tempted to say, let's go ahead and start working on expanding our parking lot, which I don't remember how I wanted to do. I think I wanted to bring the road around the back and like this. There's just $9 grand for that. And then have more spaces back here. That'll be fine. So I just added a couple into there. 4 more spaces, and that's gonna be a lot of customers. Four more spaces is actually a lot of customers. So there's that. Can I get some more security? I kind of feel like I should. These are $2 grand a piece, but they will stop people from robbing us as much. So we're gonna go ahead and get them. We only do have 1 guard right now, so we do need more, honestly speaking, but I think for now it's gonna be just fine. And so now we're left with an interesting situation where we have to decide what else we need to sell. And honestly, I feel like in this section here would be perfect for the small appliances. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 there. We have some extra there. Now the issue I'm having now is what are we gonna use after? Guess we could use the other side for like kitchenware. So let's try this. We're gonna do, you know, toasters and coffee makers and toaster ovens and microwaves and blenders and pot pans, some knives right by the entrance. That's like a good idea. Then maybe we'll just pop a personal care thing in there, I guess. I don't really know. And also something else to keep in mind, we only have 1 restocker right now, so we need to make sure we're not going to overwork them. We do only have 1 janitor as well, but I don't think it's too bad considering how many like people we have. But then again, we have stuff, and they're plus 60% work speed. There they are. Now they're so this section here is fine. I think that's going to work great. Let's go ahead and get some lights in here. I'm probably going to have to wait a little bit before we do too much more. I think it's just going to be a bit overkill for our managers. They're going to start buying all of these appliances and stuff, and it's probably going to be pretty unfortunate. But for the time being, I think that's a really good start. Very good improvement. We're now going to be able to sell a lot more stuff. And honestly, I don't know if that's a good thing for money or a bad thing for money, but it is a thing. So we'll take it. And then, yeah, some security cameras are most definitely needed. Gonna pop some like in the corner. Maybe 1 here, maybe 1 here, maybe 1 here. I feel like that's pretty good coverage. 1 is here. That's pretty good coverage in terms of security. Okay, we have a lot of people saying they can't afford everything they wanted, which is a bit unfortunate. Let's see if these things are full. Probably were. So, okay. That's yeah, that's unfortunate for sure. But I will say we are selling some pretty cool stuff. We're selling different stuff already, and I think it's in structure. But there is like a money tree you can get that gives us a boost to our money production, but you gotta sell a certain amount of crap. Let me see. Okay, yeah, here we go. You can see here just how many we sold of each. And for electronics, it's pretty simple, actually. 400 and 600. For some things like oranges and grapes and fruits and stuff, 10,000. So we got to sell quite a lot of stuff, but it's something we can work on in the kind of pastime. Yeah, as per usual, these razors are like ridiculously good. Now, they don't sell for a ton, admittedly, but they are pretty dang good, and they do sell a lot. Like, look at this person. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them by themselves. Pretty crazy. I don't know why. They just have always sold good. And actually, we're making profit, which is kind of shocking to me. And we have all of our products like stocked and everything, so like we're not even like behind. And yeah, I think it's time to start thinking about getting a 3rd desk, because see, people are actually just coming in here straight to these people, which is exactly what I wanted them to do. But yeah, I think it's time to get another desk in here. I think it's time to get the final financial supervisor, whatever they're called, and get these people buy their stuff. Like I said before, pretty expensive. In fact, very expensive, but it's not the worst thing in the world. We'll do this. Flooring in here, carpets, hire another person, and we're good to go. So it's 40 bucks a minute. It's gonna dig into our profits a little bit, but I think the exchange that we get for them to be able to allow us to have people to buy more money, I think it's just worth it, you know? Some lights in here, and now we are talking. So looks like I really am curious to see how they approve stuff. Like maybe if they walk in with like $10, it's just too far, you know, for them to work. I don't know. There we go. I just saw 2 people get approved, so that's 2 customers that are 100% gonna buy stuff, which is awesome. Look at this guy, 480 bucks on pots and pans and knives. Okay, that's pretty good. 1,000 bucks right here on this guy for laminators and 1 PC. There we go. I think that's good. I think 3 is like the magic number because they are able to push a lot of customers at one time. And you're rarely ever having 3 people like freaking out at once. Usually 1 will be needing something by the time 1's done or whatever. So this is good. Now this person here, Ashley Wilson, is extremely slow compared to these 2. So these 2 are gonna work circles around her. So that's fine. Do I have a spot with these storage shelves? I don't think I do. I don't. Okay, it might be worth getting that done. Feel like I remember them getting upset at you if you don't have storage. We'll do something like this. Nothing crazy, of course. It'll be kind of the employee only rule. We'll just pop a couple of these bad boys back in here. I'm not sure how much exactly we need, but that should be good. So I'm pretty confident this store is 100% profitable. But yeah, I mean, you guys saw just how quickly $100,000 can kind of be burned away in this game. It's definitely a little bit insane, but that's okay. I think what I'll do is spend a little bit of time just decorating, making this spot look a little bit better than it currently does, and hopefully I'll be back in no time with a bunch more money. But all I want to do is see 0 people saying I couldn't afford everything I want. Also, what I go ahead and do is just go ahead and like plan it. So I don't want it to be the exact same layout. I want it to be like offset by 1. I'm thinking like here, feeding down. Unfortunately, we are left with a weird 1 gap here, but we could put maybe some plants or something there. So I'm thinking something like this could be kind of cool. We actually I accidentally made this perfect in terms of spacing. So I don't even have to like do anything. This perfectly lines up with there. And that's kind of a cool layout, I feel like. We have this area here we could use for something as well. And also this area here. But I think this works kind of cool. And it actually looks kind of cool. We'll probably not be able to like have everything in the store. Like we need a garden section and stuff, but I mean, that's good by gardening, right? I went ahead and added some windows in the front. I think it looks kind of cool. Just more lights, always good. And yeah, so I'm just gonna save up my money for a little bit. I only have 9 grand. That's not gonna get me too far. So you all know how that goes. So I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna do next. I think we're gonna start working on fruits and veggies, and we're gonna put them back in this section here, because we have this section as well for freezers. That's mainly why I want to do this, and I'll be back in no time. So give me some time to make some money, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back with another 100 grand basically, and I made a little silly mistake. Super silly, honestly super silly. When I put the trash cans in each of these people's offices, it blocked off the desk completely. The entire time I was AFK'd, we didn't have any financial support. Holy trash! That's on me. We probably lost double, or I guess we could have made it double what we actually did, but that's okay. I'm gonna hire another janitor off the rip. So yeah, super silly, super honest mistake. I did go ahead and just throw this in here. My janitor was having to walk all the way around the outside, and I don't like that at all. So we're gonna do this so they can just exit nice and easily back here to the dumpster, and that makes it a lot easier on them. Now, they have a lot of trash outside. However, on the positive side of things, we are cleaning it up. So that's good. And now I kind of have an issue, right? So when we park behind, the people have to walk all the way around. It just kills a ton of time and isn't really super efficient. So I think what I would like to do is just come into here and make a little bit of an entryway on this side, kind of mimicking this. So I think what we need to do is, let's see. We need a 2-block gap on either side. We could do this type of thing. We want the windows to match, and then we just put a couple walls in, just like say like here and here. I'll have to move this stuff out of the way, but that's no problem. We can move them somewhere else. I could probably fit them in there, or honestly I could fit them in this section or this section. Actually, it's almost perfect. Let me go ahead and just get the ceiling all set up over here. Make sure this all looks official, because we have to make sure that people know this is official. All right, this is official Maple merchandise. And then in here, we'll just throw in normal concrete for now. So then we can come through here and just demolish this whole wall. And that magically creates a way faster route for all these people. And when we add more asphalt here and parking over here, it's going to work perfectly. Look at that. They're already using the doors. So now this section over here shouldn't be getting dirty anymore Hopefully. So let's see how to make this actually look decent. Take the headphones. We'll put those there. The mics can go there. And then we can do something like this. Yeah, I think it looks fine. They actually do make it so you have to have every side open. So honestly, let's just do this. This kind of sucks because we have like, it's not an even amount. I don't know why it's not an even amount, but it's just not an even amount. So we can't make it super neat and super tidy. I'll do this for now though. And then we just fix the floor over here by getting rid of this. And you could never tell if there was anything there. Okay, no one has any edge. Also, just go ahead and make a little bit of a walkway to that. And yeah, I think it'll be fine. We could put something here eventually, maybe bridges or something, and that'd be fine. But yeah, for now, this is the way these are gonna have to be. Because we can't place anything behind them because they block off the other side anyway. So this is kind of the best we're gonna be able to do, unless we place them over here, which I just feel like would look weird. So luckily, the janitors are finally catching up, which is good. But now I think it's officially time to start venturing into some more inventory, right? So we have 100% finished the electronics, and we started the appliances as well as home goods. So this is like not terrible. We've actually got quite a lot of crap. Let me just start from the top, right? So yeah, we need to do the RC stuff. This is the toys. So I feel like the toys could honestly be back here. I feel like this, you know, when I was a kid, the toy section, the toy aisle is what we always called it, was always in the back. And it was always so much fun to sprint back there to see what toys there. Not even because we could get them, but just because we wanted to look. So we're going to put those back there for now and have those things be completely done. So we are done with the toys. Clothes, I feel like could be near this stuff, to be honest. We're going to need shoe rack, 1 hat rack, and 4 of these type of racks. So not too bad. So I don't know if I prefer the circular ones. Okay, definitely these ones. These are a lot easier to manage here. So let's do maybe something like this. Move it down a little ways. We have some space between these two. Then we'll go ahead and maybe do 2 racks like this and 1 like this. No, let's just do something like this. We'll do all the clothes, all the shoes. Then we just need 1 little thing for hat. Yeah, and we'll pop it. This is what we actually need, but I think I can make it look better. So instead of doing it there, I'm gonna actually do them here, just because I don't like the way how it's all stretched out and stuff. So we'll do it like this, and this will be perfect. Everything has access to it, and the hat rack. Honestly, yeah, put it there. Maybe we'll do 2 of them. Go ahead and find the hats. Put them on these. Then we just want to do 1 of these per type of clothing: shirts, t-shirts, pants, and shorts, and of course shoes on the wall. And I think that'll work perfectly fine for what we're trying to accomplish. Now, again, like I said before, we're gonna need some more help restocking stuff here pretty soon, because we got a lot of stuff that needs to be stocked and only 1 person that's stocked. So I mean, they're pretty fast, which is good, but we'll need to step it up eventually. And we already have people coming over here to look at the clothes, which is great. So I wonder, what can I do now to make this feel a little bit more. It's kind of annoying that I can't change the colors of the game pass. I mean, $2.99, is it worth it? I don't think so. Maybe some would argue that it is, but you know what, for now I will just put this stuff in. Is it different enough? Not really. So actually, we'll do something like this. It's the other type of wood, but it kind of looks like carpet if you kind of squint your head and tilt your eyes. So that's fine. Then we'll just throw some half walls in here, make this look official. Just open these up like that and like that. My goodness, these moms are just swarming the clothes section. Holy crap. That's good. We'll take it. If you want to come buy my stuff, you are more than welcome to. I'll go ahead and throw a camera over the whole section, and that will be fine. I mean, if someone needs to steal clothes, they need it more than I do, but who knows? So, clothes are now done. Toys are now done. Which I honestly think I can buy toys in this section back here to be maybe better. Or maybe actually over here. Let me try this out. Because I don't like the idea of these being here, because I want to put the large appliances and crap over there. So I think I could maybe do something like this. And move these carts over a little bit. We have the toys here on this wall. I think that'd be fine. We could stick these in this corner nicely. And I think that worked a little bit better than being over there. That looks good. Add a little bit of pathing to each of these spots. Go like this, boom, boom. I think it looks pretty nice. I like doing the pathing. I think I don't know if actual stores do it, but I like. All right, back to the store inventory. Done. We have candy. We have the actual chips, but not the canned chip yet. So let's start working on food. Let's get this out of the way. These are gonna take up quite a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Let's do all the stuff that we can fit on the actual shelf. I'm not gonna worry about fruits or vegetables or stuff like that. Just gonna worry about like the canned food, snacks, like that. So let's just say we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 shelves. These things are actually crazy good. They can fit so many items. Like this is more than what we need right here. 3 little sections. It's really good. I didn't even have to use these sections over here. This is good. So we'll go through the shelves section, and I'll do another one for candy just because it does sell so good. And when the kids come in, they need to buy something, right? So it's kind of a good thing. We'll do beans, all the canned food. We'll kind of share a section like this together. We could do bevies on the end here. We could do, peanut butter and jelly on this outside section. Baked goods can all be in this section. Basically all we need for those type of things. So I'm tempted to see if we can downsize this a little bit, because we will have 2 extra anyways. But we can move. Let me go ahead and do this out. Put jelly on this side. It's not a whole lot different, but a little bit different, I guess. We could start working on some other things, but pretty much all we do. Fruit and stuff is gonna take different things. Some of these, like these, take the shelves. So I think that's basically all we're gonna be able to do for food for now. You need a spot for cereal. I don't think I put that in here yet. Get that. I have 9 box foods stacked up, but it's not out yet. So put that there. All right, cool. That looks pretty nice. These 3 here, we can fit the paper goods in. We'll get these out of the way as well. With toilet paper, tissues, and paper towels, I'm in a shelf. And considering all the expenses we just went into, we're still doing good. We still have $84,000, and we're not even close to going bankrupt. So this is a good deal. And these sections back here, I think, look really nice. And the store finally filling up. It's not like a giant store anymore. It's kind of filling up nicely, and it kind of seems realistic almost. I don't know why I think that, but it just feels like a nice homey store. And now, oh my, this guy's about to spend $600 on chocolate. Must be an American. Every time you see someone carrying a cart around, it's a good deal, because they're about to drop massive dollars inside of our store, which I'm fine with. Look at $75 on candy. I'm telling you, the candy sells ridiculously good for no reason. You know what? I am just tempted to say, hey, I would like some more customers. Let's go ahead and just install as much parking as I can afford. 10 grand, 11 grand, 12, 13 grand. That's all I'm going to spend for now. That was a lot of money, but that's at least 4 more customers in the store every time. Not to mention literally the fact that most of the time it's 4 or 5 people per car. So that's good. I thought there were upgrades for your store. I know for a fact there are signs, right? Okay. So depending on your largest sign. Let's just go ahead and get this for now. I think that'll be fine. 10 grand, but it's a nice big brick looking structure thing, and it says Maple. We sell things. I mean, that's the most accurate statement I've seen all day. So I'm back down to about 20k now. Not great, not terrible either, so that's not bad. But I think we can install some cameras ASAP. No Rocky over the electronic section. And then I'm just tempted to say, hey, let's come in here and start working on some big stuff, okay? Because I'm trying to make some big money. Okay, so I think we will start selling small furniture as well as large furniture. I think we can fit them all in this section here. I think it'll work fine. Dining set will be a little annoying. Same with the bed. We can get the couch in there, which is fine. So this is for the small stuff. And in total, we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's those already done. And then, oh, we could actually get these to work. We'll do like this. And there's this. But I don't think any of our stuff actually uses that yet. So now these are going to be extremely expensive, okay? So don't freak out when you see our money drop through the face of the earth. But I really think it's gonna be all right. There's all that stuff. We'll get the bed, we'll get the dining set, and yeah, we're gonna start purchasing them and stacking them up, and then you'll see people come in here and buy them. Now this is where our financial people are gonna come in very handy. But I mean, this store is awful. We just bought $500 for their groceries. It ain't that bad. Anyways, we'll see people come into here who want to buy the furniture. They'll check out with our guys in here, hopefully buy furniture. No. Good thing about this stuff, you sell one. You sold one. Let's go. You sell one, and life looks pretty good. And like this person is gonna give us $600 worth of toys. Grown adult, by the way. It's crazy. Carl Smith about to drop $800 on some clothes. Heck yeah. And now that we have this extra way out, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw some self checkouts over here so people can still be moving even on this side, because having to walk all the way to the other side and then come back over here is kind of annoying. So we're gonna do that. Then people can just do the self checkout and get up on the side, which I think is gonna be a lot faster. Oh yeah, look at that. People are already using this stuff. This is great. We need some decorations. That side looks a lot better, but we got some decorations. This place is gonna look pretty legit. And just to kind of prepare for the long AFK session that's about to come on, I'm going ahead and just buy another restocker. Not buy, hire another restocker. And we actually can't have another finance rep. I don't think we need one yet though. But yeah, we'll get Deborah Ward in here. And Deborah Ward and our other person should be able to keep up. But I just saw someone come in try to buy a dresser, and we didn't have any in stock. So it's going to be important that we can get this going. Also, we might have to up the percentage so that these things are actually available. I don't really know. They just asked for a loan, but they get denied. And I think it's because that thing is not in the store. And before I go to my AFK, let's see how close we are on any of our trees. The smart devices are pretty close. 308 on the laptop. The animator's already at 539. Pots and pans have been doing well. Is good. It's pretty good. 500 of these, not bad. So no trees yet, but I'm not really worried about it. I've got them in another run, so I don't necessarily need to get them in this run. Although it does definitely show off how well you've done. So I think after I make some more money, my next purchase, these are all Game Pass here, we can still expand quite a bit back here. I'm not sure if I want more parking or what I want. I also have all this space over here. It's only $1,000 a piece. Maybe I'll just buy this now. And I'll start using this for parking as well. Then we can expand back to the section eventually. I'd actually like to have a car dealership in the back. I know, scum of the scum, right? But I want to have a car dealership back on the back side where we can just sell those crazy expensive cars in a different building. Look at these guys coming here to rob. Yeah, not on my watch, buddy. So yeah, we're down to 13K, which might seem low, but I think we're going to be just fine. Usually when you get big furniture like this, it takes a little bit of time to kind of make profits because you got to buy all the expensive crap and then hope. So I'm going to get back to grinding. Be back probably in a couple hours with maybe 300K. All right. I know what you're thinking. Moocah, that's a little overkill, but I think I can promise you it's not. Now, in between recording sessions, I went ahead, added all this parking on the side here, but that's not really the main part of what I'm trying to do today. What I'm actually going to do is close the store. I want every car to leave because I want to have the most efficient parking lot, I guess, of all time. We also are due for a little bit of an upgrade to our building, and I think this amount of money is going to last us the perfect amount to get some stuff done. But, you know, what I've realized is I don't think when I've played this game in the past that I actually have had very much parking, and it's something that I definitely want to improve on because the more parking you can have, the more customers you'll have in your store at a given time. So it's time for Maple to get a rebrand and a redesign. But while these people kind of clear out, let's see how we're doing on our trees. Not too good, not too bad. We have a lot of stuff that we haven't sold once, which you guys can see there, which we definitely need to improve upon. You know, that's definitely a definitely. And just because I am curious, can we do this? No. A little bit unfortunate, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that is all cleared out. The last person is now walking out of the store, so this should be good. All I'm going to do is just come in here and delete all these parking spaces. Okay, we're going to get all of our money back for the most part, I think. I can't move these, can I? Yeah, so I have to delete them either way, which is kind of unfortunate, to be honest, but it is what it is. And I'm also just going to actually come through here and just delete all the asphalt as well. I want a completely clear, clean slate to work with here. So basically what I'm thinking, right, is I want a lot more parking than we currently have. I don't want to delete the building, but we do need to expand the building. And it would definitely be easier just to keep it, right, and then expand from there. Let me go ahead and just see what we can buy here. So we have a lot more space. I'm going to go ahead and buy all this land back here. And basically what I want to have happen is the road coming on the side of the store, and the parking can all be back here. Some way, somehow. I don't really know what we're going to do to fit it, but we're going to try our best. Because for this build, I really just don't want to do multiple floors. I don't like it all that much, and so I'd rather not. So we'll throw these in here. You can see it's going to be pretty expensive, $189,000, but it's really not that bad. And we'll do that twice, and that is pretty close to where we were at before, I feel like. Now, unfortunately, we can't get anything any closer than that because, like most of you saw, it's pretty deathly expensive. You guys can see we already whittled down a lot of a pretty big chunk, okay, of our starting money. So I don't know if a road actually has to connect to the store. I mean, it would make sense, right, for it to have to connect, but it might just not have to. Now, by doing this sort of setup, I'm kind of flipping the main interest into my store, which I don't necessarily love, but it's something I could look past. We could do this, right? $546,000 more dollars gives us a ton of room to work with and a lot more customers. And then what I can do is just do this and expand out this way. Because I'm pretty sure, like I said, you don't actually have to connect the roads for them to be like working. So we'll do something like this. And on this side here, I think that we should just do all of our veggies and crap like that. And food and all that stuff. And just move all this stuff over here. And leave this section open for other cool stuff like, I don't know, instruments or whatever. Now this is going to be kind of tricky because there's quite a lot of stuff you have to get. So let's just get the general idea down. So for small produce bins, okay, let me actually look from this menu. Okay, cool. So we're done. Also, they added Christmas trees, which is pretty cool. We're definitely gonna start selling those. But anyways, we get toys done, all the clothing's done, the candy's done. Over half of the food is done. We're gonna need some stuff for cold foods, vegetables, and fruits. So let's start off with cold food. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 of the long freezers, 1 of the shelves, and 1 of those looking ones. Total of 6 stuff. 6 things. That's the right framing. So we'll do something like this. We'll do 1 of these. And I think it's a freezer. Yep. And then like they have in like the Walmarts and stuff, we'll have these in the middle section there. So that should be all those items there, I think. Yeah, cold food. There you go. All that is now stocked up and ready to go. Back to store inventory. Also, I might as well open the store, right? If we're going to be working, because I want free money. So let's go ahead and open the store back up. Where's that? There it is. There's a button. We're going to open the store back up, and we'll see this entire parking lot just become incredibly filled. And hopefully, is that Santa's sleigh? Okay, this is kind of cool. So anyways, hopefully there are some pretty cool stuff with the Christmas update. Is there a Christmas? Let me check. I don't see any. I mean, again, I could be totally tripping here, but I don't see a thing. Okay. Now we did get some people already buying some meat. Pause on that. But that's pretty good. So we're done with cold foods. We already have baked goods. Now we have to get all of this crap. This brain rot slop here. Okay. So let's just take the fruits first. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 fruit containers. And then 4 of those and 2 shelves. So 12 in total of those. And then 2 of those. Okay. Let's see what we can do. So I'd like to have bit of a gap there, like maybe that. Then we'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is actually all we need. It's actually not that much, considering everything, because they only are 1 block, so it's not like that bad. Apples and pears. We'll put tomatoes over here. We'll put watermelons over there. We'll put grapes there. We can do oranges and bananas and pineapples and vegetables over here, and then 2 of them should have to go inside of the standing freezer or whatever they're called, the refrigerator shelves. And that is all of our items for that. So that's pretty cool. So now what I need to do is move the other stuff over here, and we'll be kind of good. I also will go ahead and just make this look a little bit nicer with some carpet stuff. But for now, I think it's gonna work great. Now I don't know if you can shift click to move stuff. Okay, I don't think you can. Bit unfortunate, but we're gonna make it work. So we're just gonna start grabbing stuff and just start moving it over here. You know, I cared a lot about like making sure that stuff was kind of grouped together, but just to be honest, I don't think it matters. And as long as it looks cool, I'm cool. You know what I mean? I will need to move all this stuff over by 1, just to make sure we can fit these shelves in here. Because I want this over here to be nice and compact. I don't want it to be burning a bunch of space. I want everything to kind of make sense. Then they kind of look good and be good, you know? This will give us all that space from over there back again. So this is going to be, it's going to be great. We're going to be able to fit a lot of stuff over there. We shouldn't have any real problems. But yeah, those parking spaces, I mean, look how many customers are in the store right now. I don't really remember 100% how many we had in the previous builds. I have to actually go back and watch them. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't this crazy. Okay, this is a little bit absurd. Just saw someone call my store awful. They're about to get sued or hit by a bus. It's okay. There we go. All right, we do have a lot of stuff that's just not stocked up. I don't know if our restockers are just struggling a little bit or what's going on. Might have to get some more managers now I'm thinking about it. But for now, let's just go ahead and get another restocker just to keep everything moving. But I think we should be good. Like this, do we have any in storage? Oh, you know what? We probably are just out of storage. All I have is this little rinky-dinky room with a couple in here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some more in here and hope that this makes our life a little bit easier. That's quite the storage room there. But it does work, so. Okay, cool. So now we have all of the food stuff kind of over in this section. And I need to do two things. I need to get trash cans and I need to get the flooring looking nice. I don't really hate the setup it is now, though. I don't think there's really any point of moving stuff around. So we're going to keep it how it is. Now, for this section, for the fruits, we're going to put this flooring. And honestly, we'll just use this as the flooring for this entire section over here. Now, basically, the way I'm thinking about doing this is just doing some design like this. And I think we might be able to get away with putting some stuff here in the middle. Maybe some plants or something. But there's a lot of trash being thrown down. So we're going to go ahead now and just plop a few down here. Where is it? Amenities, right? Okay, there it is. Go ahead and just put one on the end here, one on the end here, and then some over here. There are some benches. I'm not sure if people will actually use these. I'm gonna smack one. Honestly, we'll put one here so that people can wait. That's even a thing. I don't know if that's even a thing, but we're gonna try it. And also a vending machine is kind of cool. We're gonna put a vending machine right there. I don't know if people actually use it. Customers can buy things here without having to visit the register. Nice. So then we'll go ahead and put one just by that door as well. And honestly, I've seen like a lot of times there's like 2 vending machines outside of the store sometimes. We'll put some out there. And some more carts and some more electric buggies and some more baskets on this entrance. And boom, that's pretty good. So, that's a massive improvement. We have to kind of just keep buying stuff and filling in this area here because this whole thing I want to be full. But it's just not full enough yet. I don't have enough items, but it's not a big deal. So now let me go ahead and get this roof finished. And that's kind of the perfect size that we needed for that. The parking lot honestly could be a little bit more full. I'm wondering if we should upgrade our sign again. It's not maxed out. I'd like it to be maxed out. So we are on the brick one. So let's see. This one here is 20K. That's nothing. 35,000. 50,000. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is the biggest one, right? It ain't no, I like this with the lights up. Look at this. So we'll get that. Cool. That should help a little bit as well, getting some more customers in here. Now let's go ahead and get some lighting in here, which I'm thinking I like the long lights decently enough. We might need to go and get some more janitors as well, but I don't really know for sure. I'm just gonna also plop down some security cameras, just covering the general vicinity. I don't really care too much. They can steal some food if they need it, so that's good. Nice. So that looks really wonderful over here. Now this side over here looks kind of bland, but that's okay. We're gonna get it looking nice again. Well, also we need to go ahead and just move this guy around. I think right here is a good spot for him. Get his carpet back in there. And this little wall. The trash came back in there as well. Cool. So I think next we need to also move this just over a little bit right there. Actually, if any machine can go outside. All right. Actually, now next, let's take a look where we're at now. Let's get a spot for Christmas trees. That seems awesome. I believe it is this one. It's got to be. Okay. I want it so when you walk in the front door, they're on your left. We're going to do 4 of them. Because I feel like, you know, when you're at the spots with the Christmas trees for sale, there's not ever just one. Okay. It's always multiple Christmas trees. I don't even know why that is, but there is, you know. We're going to go to stock shelves. And I want Christmas trees on every one of these now. Now, I don't know if this was actually here before, but you can actually see the walking path and the density of where people are walking at, and this is pretty cool, I have to say. I don't know if that was a thing before. Also, you can see the range of the trash cans, which is very helpful. There shouldn't be much trash over here in this area. You can see as soon as it ends, though, there's trash. Okay, I just spent a little bit of time adding some more trash cans where I thought they would work. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter all that much because we still have people to clean up. I mean, unless that actually affects the cleanliness, which it might. But the only other thing I really need to focus on are the decorations. You can see my decorations is insane. I think actually the trash cans lower your score for decorations, which is kind of a bad thing. But oh, look at this. These count. Oh, these count. These count as decoration. You guys can see we actually have some money trees, which is awesome. I'm also just gonna start nailing these in back here because we've got a ton of them, which is awesome. So we're gonna start making hopefully a lot more money. My limit is currently 11, so we got to keep that going. But Couple money trees inside, never hurt nobody, and that's gonna be really nice. Also, did add another financial supervisor. I don't know if I remember telling you guys that or not, but we did get another one of those. I think this is gonna be useful, right? It's like it's never gonna hurt, and I've seen it be used multiple times, so it's not a bad thing at all. Gonna go ahead, come through here, add a couple hanging plants into the different aisles and stuff. It's really simple. It's not in the way either, and it kind of goes well with our theme, so you know I'm not gonna complain too much. Now, am I spamming them a lot? Yeah. Do I care a lot? No. That's gonna also improve our decoration meter by a ton. All right, cool. I just added a couple of decorations, and that makes the store look a lot more lively. A lot more clutter, honestly, but a lot more lively. We got a little balcony. I mean, it's the rankiest balcony I've ever seen in my entire life, but it's a balcony. And, okay, I'm not sure. The store is still not super full, but, you know, we might just be at the max. We might be at the max. So we'll get some more stuff in here and hope for the best. I mean, it is busy in here, okay? Don't get me wrong. It is extremely busy, but it's not that bad. And it's time for me to finally come into here and get this fixed up. We have been running on 80% for so long. Or 75%. Okay, cool. So I want to be at 100% stock from now on. He's going to go through, start ordering a bunch of crap. But we got to stay on top of things. And literally all I need is a couple more items here and there. We can see, like, yeah, there we go. Finally, we're stocking that. Some of our stuff was just out of stock. But that should be helpful and get that going. We got some people complaining about not having everything they wanted, and that should never be an issue. Okay, I'm almost tempted to get another restocker. But the issue is our manager not able to keep up? That might be the real issue. Tell you what, we could actually fit another desk in here and make it look fine. So let's do that. Boom. So we'll go ahead and just get that going. Hire another manager, and just tell him, yeah, go ahead and just stock about 100% what we got. You know, I would use delivery drivers, but they're just so, like, bad. Even if you had the semi-truck, it costs so much money to have the semi-truck, and they're just slow. I just spend 25% more money and get it instantaneously. I think that's just a no-brainer. But with that new upgrade in terms of another manager, we are able to buy stuff a bit faster, and you can see we are stocking stuff back up a little bit quicker as well. So this is good. I think it's definitely better. Our restockers are doing a lot better of a job keeping everything in stock. But there's just a lot of stock. So, you know what? It is what it is. We're not going to be able to 100%, but we'll do pretty good. Went ahead and just got some more lights in there as well because it was just absolutely filthy dark over here. I somehow forgot to get security doors over on that entrance, so there we go for that. And I got to say, this store looks pretty awesome so far. We got some space over here we can use eventually, as well as over here. So let's see what else we could possibly get. Because now, Christmas trees are done. Toys are done. Clothing's done, candy's done. All the food is now completely done. Electronics are all done. Appliances are all done. Home goods are not done, though. Let's go ahead and get these. We have those done and those done. We need 3 for our luggage, 3 for vacuums, and that's done. Cool. It's actually beautiful because we can fit the perfect amount over here. Although I think I made these ones are 1 too small, which that's fine. We'll use them for something else, but it's not going to work for this. There's 6 of those, and let's see where these are. Luggage and vacuum cleaners. And with that, that's all done. Now we need 3 for the school supplies, then some for the instruments, which I'm not even going to sell. I'm not going to lie. There's no reason to sell these things. And then some tools and equipment. We could have some of those. And obviously, like, pet food probably is a good idea as well. All right, there's all that. And I'm just going to go ahead and sell ammo. I feel like ammo is probably pretty important. Hey, it says I couldn't sell it, but let me put them on there. Okay, it actually didn't work. Never mind. But that's pretty dang good. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. We could sell jewelry. It does sell for quite a lot. And we only need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. So, sure, why not? Now, I feel like we need a pretty secure spot to do this, though. We need to put it... Okay, it doesn't make any sense to be here, but it would fit perfectly, so I'm going to do it. Right on the middle of either side of money trees. It's kind of perfect. So we'll do this, and then we have a camera on it, right? Yeah, there is one literally right above it. Perfect. Rings, necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. Perfect. I gotta say, I really do like this section over here. All the colors and stuff, they look quite nice. What I'm curious about is that if they get arrested, does the food or whatever items they stole go back? Because in my mind, they should. They should be returned because it wasn't your fault that they got robbed or you got robbed. My goodness, we're getting a lot of people trying to rob us. So, honestly, we're getting pretty close to the end here. There's not much else I can do. I could maybe sell these, I guess, but I just don't necessarily want to. I like the kind of vibe our store has right now. It's kind of a larger convenience store with a little bit of everything. But I don't want to sell instruments, you know? But I also have the space. So, I guess we just do it. Let's just do it. So let's start off with, yeah, instruments, I guess. True. Okay, we need 4, 7, and those are separate. So we need 7 of these. That's unfortunate. We might just not sell one of them. Not gonna lie. Is this weird looking if I do something like this? I don't think it's too bad, right? And I could also do this. It's 4. But then I still need 2 more somewhere. Like we could do this. That looks weird. No. That's why I hate instruments. They make them on the weirdest shelves possible. We got 5 there. 6, 7. That'll work. Is it the most legitimate setup of all time? Now. Do I care at all? No. I mean, I don't think many people are going to come buy these anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But it does add some color to the wall. Oh, yeah, this is a good idea. Let's go ahead and just put a grand piano and some keyboards and crap on either side. That seems like a good idea. I like that. Interesting. Okay. Well, we have a piano section next to the cat food. That'll work. And then let's see if we can fit these in here. I'm not really sure. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14... 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 of those. 1, 2, 4 of those. 2 of those. Yeah, we can't get them all in here, but we'll see what we can fit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that's all I'm going to do. We really can't fit much more than this here, so that's all we're going to fit. I guess, you know, if we sell it, we'll take it. That's perfect. We got enough stuff in here though. That'll work. That'll work just fine. That definitely gets the point across of what we're trying to sell over here. The last thing we could sell are the personal transport. We just need 4 of those, and we can put those here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll actually space them out like this. And you already know we gotta sell some bikes. We gotta sell some scooters. We gotta sell some one wheels. We gotta sell some skateboards. Nice. So we have this one little section left here, and I'm wondering what we should put there. Also, this right here is making me a little upset. We're going to fix that. I'm not really sure. Wait a minute. We can sell pets. We just need 4 shelves to sell the pets. Oh, look, that's perfect. Perfect. Right behind the Christmas trees. This is great. The cheese. We got the snakes, cats, and the dogs. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And I think that also adds a nice little touch to our store. A little bit. This guy just bought 6 Christmas trees. Are you serious? All right. Wow, that's insane. Awesome. Well, I think that's a wonderful place to stop for today. All in all, Maple is a giant store that I'm pretty proud of. I feel like in terms of like the actual store stuff, okay, our queue sizes are pretty upset, but I feel like it's decorated and looks pretty nice, and that'll definitely make a bunch of money if I was to let it sit for a while. Holy trash. I'm going to go ahead and hire some more janitors, though, because that place is disgusting. But yeah, we did get a couple money trees. We did get pretty much every item in the game that made sense to buy. And all in all, this has been an absolute win. So yeah, sorry for taking so long to make this video. I've been caught up with some other channels, trying to push my YouTube just forward in general. So thank you for being here. If you're still here, go ahead and comment down below. Maple is the best store of all time, just to be honest. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Again, thank you so much for watching. Go subscribe to my other channels. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.